How are we doing, folks? Welcome back to the Nightmare Cabin, and it is the return of the metal show with Gully and Joe. Here he is, the man, the myth, the legend. It's the return of the Mac. Gully, how are you?
It's been 2 fucking years, hasn't it? Skype's
Has
still
it?
shit.
This is, yeah.
Skype's still shit. In 2 years, through the progression of the pandemic, when people really needed to get in touch with each other, Skype is still a big bag of shit.
And I haven't updated either. I've not updated my thing. You should have seen me trying to figure out how to work OBS on this thing. I was watching YouTube videos and everything. There's still loads of stuff, but I'm like, no, I know how to do that, and I'm sticking with it. I'm terrible when it comes to technology. So,
I'm struggling. I'm struggling with my iPad and my fucking 20 earbuds. I'd much rather be on a better mic. But yeah, what can you do? What can you do? 2 fucking years. I haven't aged a day. Jesus Christ.
So we're going to be discussing the new album from MegaDave, The Sick, The Dying, and The Dead. And there was no way I was going to do this without you. So, yeah, how you been? And what do you think of the new album?
Oh shit! You know I've done a big all-consuming list. You know me. I've done a big list for every single track on the fucking album because I'm thorough like that. Glad Dave's not dead. Let's firstly say we're glad he's not dead and he got over the cancer. That's cool.
Yeah.
One of his ex-members is a wanker, so and
quite literally,
date, really. Yeah. Now we're up to date. And yeah, I've not fussed on the cover all that much. I don't think there's nothing good or bad about it.
Yeah, I think this would have been a good T-shirt or something like that. Not necessarily. Yeah. It
doesn't quite hit it for me. The last previous album's artwork was much better. It was futuristic robot-y shit, and I was all over that. But this, I'm like, you know, I think it's getting as cheesy as fucking as the guy who wears the giant fucking suit and comes on stage occasionally with him.
Who's that? Sabaton or something like that?
No, the fucking what's his name? Fucking Rattlehead.
Oh, the guy that dresses up as Vic Rattlehead. Yeah.
It's almost as cheesy as that. I think this cover this time round, and that's probably an indication of things to come for me on this album. I'll be honest.
Okay. All right. Good. I think I was meant to be having a coffee. By the way, we're recording this in the afternoon, but my coffee machine's decided to pack up, so I've had to have a beer instead. I've just got.
This is not. I'm not.
If this is what I've got to do to make a good show, then. But.
This is not a cigarette. I'm doing my bit. Yeah. So, I don't know. I watched this interview actually. A bit of an interview where he said, "If you don't, the lyrics, they're not about what you think they're about." And I was like, "Oh, I'll try and read into this one." And I tried.
Well, I think what he's saying is was the Sick, the Dying, and the Dead going to be a reference to the last 2 years, and he said no, that was actually written before everything. This album was ready to go beforehand, so I think that's what he was getting at. There's nothing, no real commentary on what's been going on, which is weird because you'd think Dave, of all people, would have had something to say. I mean, he has been in his live shows, but yeah, exactly. So, unless the songs were already in the canon, ready to go, and he'll do it on the next album with a bit of retrospective. But we've got a slightly new lineup on this album. We've got new drummer.
Isn't he like the replacement drummer? Isn't he wasn't he the drum tech or something like that?
No. You've got. Well, you had Chris, didn't you, from Lamb of God on the last album. Then the drummer who you're talking about was he was the roadie that was stepping in for certain dates on the tour. But that guy, whose name escapes me now, Tony Loren, he was in Nile.
Well,
he was in a he's been around the block actually. He's done a really good album with a band as well that Chuck Schuldiner did some guest solos on. So
nice.
I think he was in Monstrosity as well. But mind you, everyone's been in Monstrosity for 5 minutes at least.
That's a Rob Walden door band as well, isn't it?
Yeah. I've got to look the guy's name up now. But yeah, I was thinking, bloody hell, he's a roadie for he's a roadie for Megadeth, and he was in Nile. Like, he's probably.
I know there was a roadie involved at some stage. I know the bass players come from that.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, Tony Lorena, I was right. Yeah. Yeah, so he apparently is a drummer tech now, and he was filling in for days that Chris, if his schedule clashed with Lamb of God's, he would fill in. But then he had a motorbike accident, and looks like he's retired from drumming altogether.
Well, that's what happens when you join Megadeth. You either become a druggie or you die, or get your dick out.
I think he's a manager now as well. He manages Silosis. This, I always get these two middled up. Yeah, Discarnate, British band. I think he's their manager now. And nice. Yeah, I don't know. He don't seem to have fuck all to do with Lamb of God anymore. So now we've got I don't know what the fuck was going on with that. Something's blocking it. Dirk, I've got to get this guy's name. Verburen? Dirk Verburen? I think that's his name.
Sounds like the Swedish chef.
He was in Soilwork and a couple of other Swedish death metal bands, so he's been around the block as well. I think he's certainly earned his place on this album as well.
Yeah, not bad drumming. Not bad drumming at all.
Yeah, and then we've got same guitarist as the last album. So,
have you watched his YouTube?
Who, the drummer or the guitarist?
The guitarist.
Kiko Lareo.
Yeah, Kiko. He does some cool stuff on it. To be fair, shows you backstage, shows them jamming with the roadies and stuff, you know, on the little silent kit and stuff like that. He seems like a really nice guy. Like, seems like a genuine guy, which is odd for someone in Megadeth.
So yeah, he was on Dystopia. So we've got one left over from the last album, but we've got a new drummer and two new bass players. Steve DiGiorgio played bass on this, which is not to be snuffed at. Ex-Sadus, Death, and Current Testament bassist. And then we got a new bassist who's playing live with them, though. So Steve only played on the album, which he does tend to do. He's played on a lot of albums, but only seems to tour.
That's where the money is, isn't it?
Yeah.
He doesn't have to tour. He just stays at home going, hey, I'll play on your album.
We've got Ice-T back doing appearing on a track. We've got Joe Elliott doing backing vocals on one track. Sammy Hagar turns up on a bonus track, but I haven't heard that yet.
I've heard that.
Electra Mustaine turns up on one as well, apparently. Just looking at the things here. She's a country singer or something, isn't she?
I was watching some CSI program with Ice-T the other day. Do you know what? Ice-T's at Ice-T on that episode I was watching. He was fucking huge. I mean, like, he's like motherfucker with his big head.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's that huge anymore, but I was just commenting on his Ice-T's at all the burgers.
I remember him. He was good in New Jack City, wasn't he?
Oh yeah.
I remember that.
Body count was good for a bit, but that's it really. But he's doing more rock than he is of rap, I think. So maybe he's just getting old and angrier. I could imagine him sitting in the house with a gun, getting angry at the world.
Well, when I heard Ice-T was going to be on it, I thought, because Ice-T was on a Black Sabbath album, and look how that one went. So I did think, oh God, what's gonna? But no, it's all right. It's just a cool little. It's more of a narration more than anything else, isn't it? It just is in the little interlude and then kicks back in.
This fucking album's like a narration at times.
Yeah. So my initial response going to sort of start things off, and then we'll get into the tracks. There's two types of Megadeth albums, isn't there? There's two. There's one where it's a riff fest. So your Peace Sells, your Rust in Peace. And then you've got another one where the other side where it's more melodic and song orientated. It's a sort of countdown to Extinction and Euthanasia. And I think what was really good about Dystopia is that was the first time where they really successfully melded the two. There was a good balance between technical wizardry and memorable songs. And it feels a little bit more on this one. I think that he's road testing the new drummer and is sticking to more of the shredding on this one. I do think the catchier numbers are a bit more towards the end, but
I think it's I I think it's more heavy. It's top heavy with pop riffs. It's more than the thrashy fucking all in your face kind of stuff that we like from them. I think like the last album was definitely more thrashy. This is comfy shoes territory. This stuff. This is slippers in
Yeah.
the pipe for Megadeth. I think just the general outline, and that's a surprise that I'll probably get with it. But yeah, it's slippers in a pipe. Overview. That's what I
All
would
right.
say right now.
Well, let's get into the tracks then. Normally Megadeth come out sort of all guns blazing, while this one you've got like a bit of an atmospheric introduction where the song builds up and then comes in. What do you think of the title track?
The very Sabbath intro. It's slow to get anywhere. It's a Symphony of Destruction esque sounding Megadave, and it would slide on in there into the right after the Symphony of Destruction type song because it's lubed up and everything. The slow bit is fondue. It's too cheesy for me. It's a mixed bag. It's not like he had a shit in my mouth or anything like that. It's just it's lacking a little energy. The ending little riff is decent, but it's catchy enough. And then a solo, which is in how I put it on my notes, is bendy, wanky, styly solo because that's what he does. It just goes. Will you remember the solo after you've heard it? Possibly not. But yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, I think it's as far as I was just seeing if they've got here in the notes who does the solos. Normally they make a note of that, but no, they don't, which is fine.
Oh, that's definitely a Kiko Bendy wanky style fucking
do you reckon?
solo.
Yeah.
That. Oh yeah, it's all about the wanky moves in.
Yeah. But, yeah, I think it's all right as far as openers go. I quite like something a bit different where it sort of takes its time to get where it's going and sort of paints a picture as it goes along rather than just like Holy Wars, just bang and then we're in sort of thing. But yeah, you got that little atmospheric little interlude there. A pocket full of poses.
It sounds like a fucking. Would you like to see my puppies?
There is a lot of atmospheric, like there is a bit of how do I put it? It is a bit cinematic in places, isn't it? It's got there's a couple of songs we'll go through them when we get, but there's like some keyboards at the beginning and stuff like that. It is a lot more. He's trying to,
He's trying his best. He's found Pro Tools and he knows how to use it. He's not afraid to use 1,000 greatest sound effects. That the shit I did when we had radio jingles years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
He's gone mad.
I think you've nailed it there. So yeah, where things get a bit more lively on the next track, Life in Hell. This is more a return to the old form, isn't it? This sounds like this could have been. This is fast and pissed off. It's nice and shreddy. Nice. It's about someone who gets fucked up and is on the road to self-destruction. This is good old school Megadeth. This one.
I don't mind the open riff. If it does begin to feel like with this album that I am Dave's therapist and I'm listening to him and he's just sat on the chair going. Not a bad riff, but nothing really of note. It's filler. And the slowdown is a bit cheese. I don't know.
I think
he talks too much. He talks too fucking much. He started the precedent with this second song where he's talking. It's like I'm just getting a fucking vibe where I just want to talk. I know he talks a lot in real life, but shut up, Dave. Like I've heard this song about I only notes it 11 times because I had a little listen to it again today, and I'm not gonna remember it. I'm probably like I won't have to hear it again if I'm honest. It's like it's a big nothing. It's not doing anything for me at this stage. It just feels like he's having a fucking moan.
Yeah, I think if this particular song did make it into the live set, I think it would be probably in the second half, and it would be sandwiched between two more known, faster songs. So say that there, I don't know. Let's think of something nice and fast, maybe something off of the first album or maybe the second album, maybe like The Conjuring or something like that. Then Boom, close, and then and then he'll blast through this. So that's a new one out there, and then we'll go into Tornado of Souls or something like that. Do a real 3-song sort of fast banger, but
Like,
they'll
I'm
slot
not
this
sure.
one in the middle.
I'm not sure that there's going to be any more than 2 or 3 songs they can actually fucking play live off this album. I'll be completely honest with you. Unless they use the horrendously long intros to go and have a shit or a piss, or if you're the ex-bassist, a wank.
I mean, the last time I saw Megadeth, they did 1 song off the new album, and then apart from that, it was you could, if you didn't know Megadeth, say you got a spare ticket the night before and you needed to do your own work quickly, a greatest hits would have got you through it. It was was no, but it seems since Dirk has taken over on drums, they have been pulling out some more deeper cuts, but they've not been playing more new stuff, but they've stuff off the first album and things like that. Apparently he's been going, yeah, look, drag this one out, and so
it's a means to get them touring again to make more money. It's not something of creative output that we'd expect from them from the past, because they're only going to play what people want, and what people want is your holy wars, etc., etc. I understand why it's done, but you know, we're always looking as fans for the little spark, the little glint of what you love about the band to still be there, and that song didn't do it for me at all.
I do think as well. This is the thing as well, that we're putting out a new album just to tour. They've just finished a massive tour. They've just finished an arena tour.
Well, they're playing Bloodstock again next year. I might actually go to that, but I'm not staying in the tent. Fuck tent. Get that out the way. But I'd see them.
Right, I think we've covered that one. What are we on to next? Night Stalkers. I actually quite like this one. So, I quite like the subject matter. It's got a pretty cool soundtrack to an action film thing going on. I quite like. I was pleasantly surprised that Ice-T didn't ruin the proceedings, and I think it's quite a good little one.
I don't know. The big noise intro again. It sounds like a digital fart, but when the riff kicks in, it's good. I like the turn of pace. The videos I've seen of it. This one got a video, hasn't it?
That's I think this one has. Yeah. Night Stalkers.
Yeah, it's like an action man. You know, if you flick on the cable channels, or if you've got Pluto TV on the internet, you'll flick and you'll see movies for men on there. And the videos like the movies for men about 8 o'clock. A guy just having a scrap on the beach and all this shit.
Oh, you're thinking of The Life is Hell. No, not Life is Hell. We'll Be Back, sorry.
They're all linked together, aren't they?
It's a 3-parter.
Yeah, it's like watching the movies for men channel movie at 9 o'clock at night. It's cheesy as fuck, like, but the bass is there kind of, and then there's like a big windy arse solo. Ice-T does Ice-T. It's much better than the last one. The solo sounds like a Spectrum load and Spectrum Plus 2 with built-in data recorder. That's solo. The odd hook, and then the mellow bit, and then there's a little mellow bit onto a little bit of bass. And then the bass isn't on long because Dave knows how to work a slider. And then it's like, he'll just go, you've had your bit. And then it disappears. Like when you hear a little bass solo, if the bass is right up there, bam, 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 bam. But like, Dave must just go, no, that's enough of that now. Shush, shush. And the song is longer than it should be for me. It's better than the last one, but a little too long.
Yeah, that I would agree with. That was probably, it probably does stick around a little longer. Than, for a fast song, it should be short, sharp, and get in and get out.
The bollocks and just storm off. That's what it should be with Megadeth, and it's drawn out. It's like they use. Dave has got his Cubase on the go, and he's got the stretch tool, and he's stretching it a bit longer. The fucking sound effect of a crow and a dog. You know what I mean? He's found all his tricks, so he's going to use every single one of them, I think.
Yeah. Dogs of Chernobyl. I mean, I quite like this one. I like the introduction on this, and I quite like the fact that there's a bit of keyboard in there and a bit of strings and and with that jun underneath, and it's trying to be a bit of a ballad, isn't it? It's a sort of slow, introspective, sort of slow, doomy, sort of big number. It looks like this is, I think, it seems like the type of song that's going to be sort of the centerpiece of the live show if he does indeed do a bunch of new songs in his show. But
I reckon they'll just play this. This would be one that they could play just before they go on. It's got that kind of fucking, oh no, the intro's too long again. Do you know what I mean?
You could picture this one though. This song, you could see it. You know, the lights down, speakers, and then trying to think. So you got that dun 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 dun. You know, and then it could work for a headline show anyway.
Well,
he's doing a lot of package tours, isn't he?
Yeah, a long drawn out intros. I don't mind like long drawn out intros occasionally, but he's taking a fucking piss. I like, what about the cats at Chernobyl? You cat is cunt. The hook isn't bad. I'll give it that. Again, I find myself after the hook's gone, I'm looking at a blank grey wall. There's a bass bit, and then I'm back with it, and then the solos, I've forgotten them. They're not being bad, they're good, but they're forgettable. I watch his YouTube channel, like I said to you, he's a really nice guy, but like, yeah, it's another long one, and outdo the outro time. That's the last bit I put. They're not going to do it. It's not going to stop and then the song's over. No, they're going to do some more weird shit with fucking Cubase or whatever, and then they're just going to take it on for a while. I'm loving this so far, I'll be honest. It's fucking amazing.
So, Sacrifice. This one's a bit more to the point. Pretty much standard Megadeth fare, really, and it's got a cool little. I like that little little hook halfway through. Well, it's coming up to the chorus, but yeah.
Okay, so I seem to be heading in a certain way with this. I don't know if people can tell already, but like the intro was shit. It's flatter than Cardboard. At least Cardboard has a use. Some riffing is not bad on this one, you know, but the song's flat. Void of his life, his lyrics are all the cliche, like metal book's finest. I was reading the lyrics whilst I was listening to it on the iPad, it's popping on, and it's just wizards and doom and death and egg. You know, it's just like, fuck me, man. It's just, yeah. The second solo was all right, but yeah, it's a bland shuffle, fucking MegaDave cliche filled shit fest. It's like a cover band of a Dave cover band from Uzbekistan. Have my wife. It's shit.
All right. I don't think things are going to get much better. What about Junkie?
Junkie!
You're a junkie!
Is it Bon Jovi?
There is a Def Leppard intro on this one, isn't there? You know, you and me, girl. Hey. You're a junkie.
Yeah, it's proper like, I can see the spandex on him now. He's playing his Jackson guitar. Doesn't play them anymore, does he?
Which one is Joe Elliott on? Yeah, I just saw that earlier. It tracks it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, he was on the last one. He was on Sacrifice. Joe Elliott's on this album. I didn't even know, and I didn't even realise.
He should be on this one. Just get him to sing it. Junkie. Fucking hairs, right? We're back to being Dave's therapist, aren't we? This is really bad. Worst song on the album. This isn't. They're not the cure to anything. The hook is really 80s and it's not even good. Too many talking bits. Shit again, flunky. So if you don't get 2 solos a song, we riot. That's the notes. That's what I've also left in the notes. There's always have to be 2. But like, woo, junkie. You know, that's what it's like. This is as cock rock as Dave Mustaine will go.
Right. Okay. Right. So Psychopathy is just an intro, really. It's just a minute and a half of talking, and then we go into.
Shut up, Dave.
Yeah. And then we have Killing Time. What do we reckon on this one then?
It's got more songs, this album, and I'm beginning to get depressed here. Is this song about the ex-bassist who whipped out his Jesus cock? Maybe not, maybe so. I'm not sure. But like the hook on this is one of the better ones, and it's actually catchy.
This one brings to mind Countdown to Extinction or Euthanasia, that era of. Yeah, this does remind me of sort of like 90s Megadeth.
Did you see all the old Megadeth members made a band as well? They've made their own band.
Yes, I did. It's 2 of them, isn't it? It's Chris Poland, Dave, and a few. They're doing a tour, aren't they? They're doing the first 2 albums in full. I've watched that, actually.
They're touring all the local churches as well, so we can bless them with his megasperm. It's a radio-friendly unit seller, this one. let's not confuse it, but it's good. And the bass bit in the middle is all right, and it occasionally pops out at you, the bass. He lets the slider go up a little bit more sometimes, and then he slaps it back down because he's the pimp and he's got control of the desk. Every song has been a little bit too long. Obviously, the one before wasn't a song, so we won't even talk about that. But if I guess if you paid money for intros, then this is going to suit you. But yeah, it's condense it down. It's too big already. We're at the golden amount of songs. We've spoken about this in the past.
Yeah.
8 songs is the golden amount of songs.
Yeah.
8 doesn't need any more. The rest can be B-sides. Do whatever you like. 8 songs. Should this one be on it? Yes. The one before, never. So we've gone over now. We've got more songs to go, and it's making me sad inside.
What do you think of the bass in general? Because when you got
can
a bass
tell
player,
it's different people.
Yeah, but when you've got a bass player like Steve DiGiorgio playing on your album, you surely want to take advantage of it. And it feels to me like the bass doesn't really stand out.
Well, yeah, well, when he's doing a little solo bit, it goes right up, and you hear the arse end of the song, you know, the ding 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 ding. Yeah, you heard it then, and then he just went, huh, like a fucking bass cock tease.
And the way Steve is as well, you know, he wouldn't have took him long. He would have listened to the thing and just, you know, he's a fucking machine. But
he's just taking the paycheck and moving on. He's not.
Yeah, I just don't know.
He's probably not even listened to the album.
But again, if I was paying someone like Steve DiGiorgio to be on my album, I would make it. I would make you know Steve DiGiorgio is on the album, and it does feel like anyone could really have. This
is Dave though. Dave's voice is about 1 million times higher than everyone else's on it.
Yeah.
On anything throughout the whole album he is too loud, but he is a loud person. It's his band, and he does what the fuck he wants. So you respect that, I suppose. But it's like we'll give you a little bit, and then just remember I'm in charge.
So, the Soldier On is probably one of my favourites on the album, but it's one of the ones I've actually remembered. It's got the chorus that actually sticks in your head a bit. Good little chuggy riff and all the rest of it. And as far as Megadeth singles go, I think this is quite. I don't know if he's done a video for it yet or whatever, but when he wants to, he can do a catchy number, and I think Soldier On is one of those catchy numbers.
It's not a bad hook. But it's like a dying fish that's got a bit of flop left. Ultimately, you know it's over soon, and thankfully so in this one. Don't mind the middle riff where it breaks up the song, but it feels like a remake of a good film. It's like the RoboCop remake. You watch it because you hope they won't fuck it up, and then in 10 minutes you're looking to fuck off and go and watch something weird on YouTube that's 100 times better. That's this song in a fucking nutshell.
Yeah.
I want more, but I'm never getting it.
Do you like the soldier bit at the end as well? I got no hair and I got no hair.
I got no hair and I got no hair and I got no faces with his dick out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not for me. I'm just. And the next one, I hope you're fucking saying the name of it because I ain't. Jesus Christ.
Celebionte? Can't remember. He even says it. He says it on the in the track as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, I can't say it.
Celebutanti.
It sounds like an expensive drink. I'll have a Celebutante on the rocks.
Yeah.
Like a rum. I don't know. The opening riff is good. I'm thinking to myself, please be good. It's a seaside.
Celebutant, that's it.
Oh, here we go. Fucking hell. Now we know. I'm not even going to attempt it. Too many songs, Dave. I know you fucking nearly died, Dave, but fucking hell, you're milking it. I really wanted to like the album. It's another band like Metallica. They put out stuff to tour so we can all watch them do fucking Seek and Destroy. It's like that. To compare them to his old bands, I did, yeah. I still can't remember the solo. I'm not interested in a song about people I'm not interested in. And this is a song about social people and TikTok.
I like the during the towards the end, it goes into like a clean part. It goes in like this melodic guitar part. Like, and he's going like fame, fame, you know. But that little bit there, I do think it's quite dark and atmospheric. I do like that little bit. I
He
think
just
it's.
keeps doing it though. He's trying to be atmospheric all the time. I fucked up even saying that, but yeah, he's trying too hard at times. It's like I don't know. It's not for me. I'm trying. I'm really trying, Dave. Please don't hurt me.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I knew you were going to be harsh. You've always been, you've got
to take the rough with the fucking smooth.
to take the rough with the smooth, man.
I haven't done this shit for 2 years, so I've built up an anger.
So the next song is about Elon Musk. I don't know that, but it's Elon Musk. Mission to Mars.
Gonna make some Martian babies.
I was listening to it this morning actually, with headphones in. I've normally been listening to it in the car, but I was listening to the sort of narration between. There's like a back and forth between ground control and Major Tom, shall we say? He's like, I want to come back, and they're like, no, you're not allowed. Go to Jupiter instead. And
he's quite evil to himself, is Dave, isn't he?
There's a few references as well. He's like, we're gonna rust in peace out here. And he's like, and then he comes back in later. He goes, we want a permission to come back to Earth. And he's like, no, this is a one-way mission. And this is the new way. And you were the first in line. And
it's another one though, isn't it? It's a long intro.
I like the intro though. I do like these intros.
My little shitty headphones on. I've had my iPad headphones on. You've seen the other ones, haven't you? I've shown you them. They're like, I can direct fucking plane traffic with these pictures I bought the other day. Really good quality. Stop it. It's fucking terrible. Fuck this song off. Close the album. I wish it was over. He also headbangs on the gangway into the rocket because that's what you do when you've got a helmet on your head. You fucking dick. It won't work with the helmet on. Dave's a helmet. He's let the pop sneak in again a little bit too much. And the last bit of the song is better, but it's already dead by then.
I quite like it.
Animate a corpse.
I want to be an astronaut. I wanna.
It's 5-year-old Dave singing about stuff. Where he's taking us through his therapeutic fucking afternoon with us for fucking therapist. He's lying on the couch. He said, I wanted to be an astronaut. Daddy didn't love me. That's what it feels like. And I reckon it is. I reckon that's what it is. Dave's having a little bit of therapy, and we're sitting in. We've got to listen because it's fucking his album, which is too long.
I don't know. I'm enjoying this one. I know it's cheesy as anything, but
it is fucking fondue.
A stuffed crust five cheese special is also cheesy, and it's delicious.
Deep pan, but it's deep pan, and like you have 2 slices, and then you feel a bit nauseous. That's how much is on it.
You just feel a bit. Much. You feel a bit filthy.
Yeah, you feel.
You look at yourself, go, how did it get to this?
And the cheeses are coming out of your pores, and you're just sitting there sweating because you just think I can handle it. But no, you can't. There's too much going on.
We're blazing through this one, so let's get into the last track. We'll be back, and then we'll have a bit of fun. So
reflection.
I like this song. This goes well with the video. I think this is good old school. It's what you want for Megadeth, isn't it? It's good thrashy riff, good shredding, good technical playing. Who gives a shit about the actual, it's just him going, yeah. But I do like when it goes, you've got that little bit where it just slightly pauses and then just goes into the dun, 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 dun. The pause is longer on that video when they stare each other out on the beach and then fight, and that's when it kicks in. That works a lot better on the video. But that little, of all the fucking wanking and all the technical thing, just that simple dun, 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 that is just brilliant.
It's a good riff. It really is a good riff. And we're back to the Man channel, aren't we, with the video? It well is, man. I'm going to watch movies for them later.
I remember when I first watching that video, I did think, oh, I'm going to like this album. It's and I did wonder, is that a separate song that's playing? Because that used to be that was a little bit of a trend in sort of the early 2000s. You would do the video, and then at the end of the video, there'd be a minute of another song. And that didn't really, they didn't really stick with that for much longer. But that was quite a cool little. But I did wonder, is this a second song? Like, if they put something else in there? But no.
They can't. It's kind of like they graph 2 songs together and they come up with this. The video's all right. It's cheesy as fuck, but like, there's 2 like. We'll be back. Let's address the song title. If you make another album like this, Dave, don't come back. I like the song. The whole album itself is 2 or 3 at a push. Even Metallica could do better with their last album. They got like 4. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that was a double album as well. Don't forget that.
Yeah, but this should be a fucking double album. There's 12 songs on it. Do you know what I mean? It's long even for them. They need to. I'm not really into being Dave's therapist and listening to bits about his life. It's middling solos, and some of the songs are flat and fucking boring. And they need to get out the scissors of justice, or the little scissor icon on the top of fucking Cubase. Get on it and cut some shit out. Because like it's irritating because they've left stuff in they shouldn't. There's too many songs on it, too many intros, and it's like, yeah. Megadeth for me is about grabbing you, slapping you around the head, and making you focus. Whenever I want to do something, whenever there's shit to do, I'm going for a walk, I'm out on the bike or whatever. Megadeth's in my ears, and I'm going faster because of it. I'm not going anywhere with this on. I'm sitting on the couch, and I've not even got enough strength to have a wank and send it to someone by video like the ex-bassist. So it's kind of. It's a big miss for me. I'll tell you my rating later, but it's not good. And I can even tell you about the other songs too, because I heard them too. Woo.
Oh, go on, give me the rundown of the bonus tracks then, because I've not actually heard them. I didn't get a special edition or anything like that. I didn't see any options for one. I was
on the Apple Music bollocks because they said, "Do you want 3 months?" I was like, "Yes, give me 3 months, please, thank you, bye."
So yeah, is there anything to write home about?
Police truck. There's 2 words, utter bollocks. The planet is on fire. Sammy Hagar sounds like shit.
That's a cover of a song as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. But like Sammy Hagar sounds like shit, and it's cheesy pop. But like I'd take that over some of the other songs, to be honest. Police truck is terrible. Never listen to Police truck. It give it to your worst enemy. It's that bad. It really is that bad. Yeah, so it's nothing to write home about. It's not worth going to find them. You've had more than enough torture for one album, I think.
I've just looked it up, actually. Yeah, the album's 55 minutes long.
That's too long for Megadeth.
Yeah. When you think Rust in Peace or Peace Sells in particular, that was... How long was Countdown to Extinction? Do you know?
That was probably a little bit longer than normal, because of the fucking big intros that they started getting into.
The songs were a bit more, to the point, but they're a bit more structured like a typical pop song, weren't they? As in verse, chorus, interlude, solo.
Well, the pops just come round and swung it
Let's have a look.
all round this album.
Yeah, Countdown to Extinction was 47 minutes.
Yeah, so this feels longer. It feels longer.
Yeah.
The intro.
Oh no, yeah, it's a good.
Long.
Yeah, here we go. Rust in Peace was 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Countdown to Extinction was 47, and this is 55. Yeah. You're right in what you're saying.
Cut some of the shit out, and everything will be just fine. But like, if seriously, this is Dave before COVID and that. Hopefully, it's made him really angry, being sick or whatever, and getting through COVID. That the next album will be better, and I'll live in hope that it will happen. But
one thing with Megadeth that is, I think that they do get better. Like a lot of bands, you have that cut-off period, don't you? And then it does kind of get progressively worse, and there might be the odd sign of hope here and there, but the glory days never do come back. Megadeth do tend to come back when you think, oh fuck, this is it, they're finished. They do come back with an album that sort of blows you away, but then it's sort of normally. It's like the James Bonds, isn't it? It starts off really good, gradually goes downhill, and then they come back with a new one, and then it finds its feet again, and then gradually goes downhill. And
so what you're saying, this is Megadeth on Her Majesty's Secret Service, then?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what it is.
His Majesty, Gully. His
Majesty.
Majesty.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Remain up to date with our evil overlords.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't think I dislike the album quite as much as you did. Here's where I am with it. I'm enjoying it while it's on, but I can't really remember much. I'm not getting really songs stuck in my head. whilst in with Dystopia, I was. But the title track, I think, is one of their best songs. And
there's
yeah,
3 songs.
And I wasn't sure if that was going to come with time, because I didn't listen to this as much as I'd like to have. I think I've listened to this about 6 or 7 times in total, and one of them was this morning.
See if you can whistle a solo. I can't.
No, I couldn't whistle a solo.
No.
I could sing you the odd chorus, but
yeah, odd hook. But that's
yeah,
not very memorable. It's ultimately it's just a bridge to make money touring, and that's what it is. And there's no other way for me to look at it.
I mean,
maybe there's some hidden meaning in it, and Dave's been, wow, he's a lyrical genius. He's a lyrical gangster with Ice-T as well. But I'm not seeing it. I'm not hearing it.
I mean, it's good just to have a new Megadeth album. You know, I mean, it's just the last couple of years we've had, and the couple of years we're gonna have. It's nice just to have any new album from an old band. But yeah, I'm agreeing with. I haven't disagreed with anything you've said. Like I say, I've been enjoying it whilst it's on, but once it's not playing, I couldn't point to a particular song where I'm going, right, yeah, that I do remember. That's hooked me, you know. But I don't know if that will come with more subsequent listens. But with that being said, everything, you know, the band are as tight as you like. Everyone's a great player. You're never not going to get that with Megadeth, though. So, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with the playing. There's nothing wrong with anything that happens on the album itself. It's just bland mostly. And when it's cheese, it's 3 pieces of fucking 7-inch deep.
Yeah.
It's full on, and I'm gonna give it rating for you out of 10, because there's probably out of push 3 songs, but it's getting 2 out of 10. It's fucking terrible. Fucking terrible.
Oh, yeah. All right. Yep. I'm gonna give it a 7, because I do.
Too generous.
Yeah, I always have been. But
touch for Dave.
No, but I've always enjoyed it while it was on. I've never there was no parts where I was going, oh, this is shit, or any track that I'd want to skip. But with that being said, there isn't anything that's particularly stood out off the top of my memory so far. So I'm still listening, still, you know, taking it in. But
just listen to Junkie on repeat for 19 times, and then see how much of your shed you've smashed up. Just listen to that song. It's just terrible. You don't care.
Yeah.
Come on, Dave. I like him when he's angry. He doesn't seem angry enough. He seems like he's just chill out.
Dave is at his best when he's pissed. That is true. So.
He's just happy where he's at, and that's his. This is middle of the road Dave album. That's all I can say with it. Really, it's just fucking. I expected more, and again.
Have you heard Ozzy Osbourne's new album yet?
I heard some of it, yeah.
I've listened to it once. I've had one listen through, and that's it. I will be doing a review later, but later in the week. But
is that a Clapton on the video? Because they have to wheel him out now. He's that old, isn't he? He's fucking Mr. Wheelie Bob. He's in his wheelchair and everything. I've listened to that one.
Well, he did that. The Commonwealth Games at Birmingham, didn't he? Did a brief run through of Paranoid, and then he's recently just done a halftime show in America of some football game. He looks on good form, but he's on stage, 5-10 minutes at most?
Yeah, he's going to have to sit down. He's shaking like a leaf still.
Have you seen? He's got something behind him.
It's a holder. It's an
holder. It's like he's got like a...
Yeah.
It's like the top of, like a bar stool. It's got...
Yeah.
So, has he got that behind him? Because he seems to be stood in. So like, I don't think this tour is going to go ahead. I mean, I've got tickets to see Ozzy, and that was cancelled once before the scandemic. So so that was meant to be in 2008. Was it 2019? It was meant to be in. It got cancelled because he got pneumonia. He probably got the first round of it, really. And they said it's not a good idea for you to be traveling through Europe in the height of winter at your age if you're a bit sensitive. So he cancelled that. he did the American tour in the summer and then rescheduled it for the summer in Europe. So it'd been cancelled once already, and then it got cancelled again and again, and now it's actually next year, 2023. And I'm thinking, I hate to say it, but it's like, this ain't looking good. And you know what? I'd rather he didn't do it. I'd rather Ozzy be here. You know?
Well, have you seen them? Have you seen them cabinets they have in comic shops that holds up like the Funko Pops and stuff? And they've got like a little thing that goes behind them. They've 3D printed a giant Funko Pop holder to hold them up. It goes like that, doesn't it? It's like a curve.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
It holds them up. It reminds me of Futurama. You know when they wheel their heads on.
Yeah,
They wheel their heads on.
And
put a body
I'd rather, I'd rather he do a Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash retired from touring and just recorded. He just went to the studio whenever he felt like it. I'll do one song, I'll do two songs, do what I want. And when there was enough, they put an album out, and that was the American songbook thing he was doing towards the end.
Yeah,
well, just record.
He'll have Phil Collins on the next album. He's going through them all, and he's had Eric Clapton, Elton John. Next, it's Phil Collins. Someone else from English pop history will be on there. Fucking the Spice Girls will be on his next album. Ooh, can't wait for that. Like, she's gonna be wheeling them out when he's fucking. He can't even see her anything. She'll be wheeling them out and getting as much money as she can.
I'd much rather he just stopped. I'd rather he'd be around a long time. If he wants to do another reality show and do some funny interviews, that's fine. And if he wants to keep recording, that's fine. But I'd much rather that. You just know with this tour, they're just going to be sticking him with steroids and fuck knows what else. He's going to collapse at the end.
He's doing a Queen, and he's coming back to the UK. He's going to his big comfy house, and then we'll have a big hoo-ha then. Because that's what she did, didn't it? She went back to her house for I'll die here. Then he doesn't want to die over there. I don't think that's what it is.
Well, I think that's a natural thing as well. I think I remember one of the engineers I used to work with. He was an old carpenter. Said like, I'm moving out of Spain, and this was at his retirement do, and he was saying to my dad, because my dad loves. Well, we all love Spain, you know.
Oh yeah.
He's going out to Spain every year, and we normally go to the same place and. Different people move out there, or I've got timeshares or whatever, so you end up having familiar people.
Oh yeah.
And he just went like, "Have you not been tempted? Like, have you not thought about moving out there and that?" And I remember my dad just going, "You always come home, like, one way or another. You always end up coming home." And when I saw Ozzy was moving back to the UK, straight away I thought of my dad saying that. He went, "You always come home." And
one of them, you can't just fucking go out and do normal stuff.
Even that fucking bank robber came home in the end. What was his name? Ronnie Biggs.
Yeah,
he was on the run. He just went, "I don't care if I get arrested at the fucking gate. I want to come home." You know, it's so.
Oh well, it's one of them. I couldn't live in LA. I couldn't live there. Fuck that. It's just like. What are you going to do? Get in the car and be driven around? He might as well go somewhere he knows. I seen the video with Clapton, but it's like I listened to the album once, but it's ever since he done that covers album, he's just been.
It's pretty much radio rock, isn't it? But I've come to accept that from him, and you know, I do quite like the album Scream. I do like that album, and that, for what it is. But a lot of people don't like Osmosis, but I quite like that one. So
I didn't mind it, but like it's got progressively more pop, and it's what he's into anyway. To be fair, do you know what I mean? It's gone more back to what he likes.
I am intending to do an Ozzy video where I go through the old catalogue. Maybe if you're up for it, I don't remember thinking much of that one. Again, I can't remember a lot.
I didn't like. I'm saying that. I'll hold my hands up and admit I didn't mind the Elton John song. I didn't mind it.
Yeah, that's not a bad album actually. That's quite underrated, if I remember correctly. I remember listening to that one and thinking, actually, this one ain't too bad. And then I quite like Scream. I do like Scream.
Zach Wilde's solos aren't bad on the new album. Some of them are all right. It's Zach Wilde. What you expect?
He's on Wilde. 4 of the songs. I'm glad Zach's back. And this one it's radio rock, but I didn't mind it.
At least he didn't do changes with his ugly daughter. So it's like it's always better than that.
I can't remember any of these songs though.
Stuff. Do you remember the one he done with Kim Wilde? You
Shake your head.
Robot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, whoa, okay, what's happening there, Ozzy? Bit too much to drink that night. Whatever.
Shake your head. Yeah, I remember that one.
Booze. You've got lots to answer for, booze.
Well, what was it? He was like, oh, I can't believe he's doing a duet with Post Malone. It's like, hold on. He did a fucking duet with Miss Piggy. He'll do whatever he wants.
It's money, isn't it? His wife's milking him for all she can. Okay, I'm telling you, she's wheeling him out. The freaking zombie reanimated.
I do quite like Post Malone, though. I still haven't heard a single one of his songs, but I do like him. He is, whenever I've seen him in an interview or he's doing a lot of internet stuff, he's doing a lot of streaming, and he does seem like a likable guy. He does seem like he's a...
Although he does have a gold AK-47, though.
Well, fucking good luck to him.
Where
can I buy one?
When he's on the covers, he's on fucking...
Yeah, the Nirvana thing. That was good, wasn't it?
He had a gold AK-47.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not going to work, though. It's just going to fall apart. Gold melts.
Yeah.
Quite easy. But yeah, if I could have one, I wouldn't, because I'm not American. I don't need a gun. But, like, he seems likable. It looks like someone's gone mad with the fucking... He's fell asleep at a party. Like when
I know. I don't know what that's all about. But, I'm heavily tattooed. But I was always told, avoid the hand and avoid the neck. If you can put...
That's been half lasered and removed.
Yeah. But it's like... as long as you can't see your tattoos in a job interview, you're good. Now that you see people, they fucking got... I see people with tattoos on their face all the fucking time. I see that they have this thing here. They have like a thing along here. And I just think, well, what... How do you get a job? I mean, do people not care anymore? I don't know, but...
No, that's encouraged, isn't it, to scribble all over your
my
face?
My job I'm in now, I was told... we're gonna have to order you long sleeve shirts.
Well, you're in the city, though, aren't you? So you're in the big city. So
yeah, but
it is what it is, isn't it?
I could claim discrimination now. I'll go, well,
you could go and work in the Apple store. They'll let you in. Just get you could have a big fucking pair of testes and a dick on your head, and they'd be like, "Come in, sell iPhone."
Well, I could get a job in a vegan coffee shop or something, maybe. So
monkey shit coffee, smush it all together, and then you can afford to pay more for your dick face tattoos. But you know what I mean? I don't know where it comes from. It's like some people, there should be, you know, the way they've got with, like, you can't buy spirits unless you're 18. If you go to scan in a lighter in the shop, it says you have to check that you're 18. They should have to check if you're 18 if for biros and stuff like that, because these people are doing
I have been tattooed, and a kid come in at the time, and he wanted something on his neck. And he was like, he was getting the ump when he went, I ain't doing that, mate. And then the guy went, can someone come talk to him? And they all came in and they went, I want... That was it. I think he said, I want only God can judge me on his neck. And they went, mate, have you got any more? He went, no. He went, mate, that's not the place to start. He went, why don't you get something here? I'll do whatever you want. Start here. And he was like, look, and he was like, yeah, but he went, mate, you're 19. He went, I'm not going to put something straight on your neck. He went, you're going to have job interviews. You got your whole life ahead of you, mate. That's not a good place to start. Start on your arms, start maybe on your chest, and and go from there. He went, but
don't start on your hand.
Yeah. But that's a good tattooist, isn't it? He could have just took the money and went, yeah, whatever, mate. He's of age. You know, he went, no, mate, that's not a good place to start. And now I see all these people
doing it with a biro and a fucking pin anyway. So
yeah,
sounds like a tosser.
He said like, oh well, such and such down the road said he'd do it. He went, well, there's your man, do it. He went, but I'm not going to do your first tattoo on your neck, mate. Sorry.
It's the worst ones. It's like if please, the internet, say what you want. I don't give a fuck. I never have. You get people's names on your arms. What if you're with that person, no matter who they are, right? And then they get squished by a bus and there's blood everywhere and there's lots of shit everywhere. And then you just look at your arm a year later and go, never do it. Never do it.
I've never had I've been married nearly 13 years and I've said, I'm not getting your name.
My dad had my mum's name, Jackie, on his arm there.
It's a curse.
he had to get this big fucking cover up, and it just looked like a giant Stanley plate on his arm. I mean, you're the soft cunt for getting it on your arm, then, aren't you?
My aunt and uncle were always splitting up and getting back together. So, and my uncle's got a name. He's like, is he going to have it crossed out and then tattooed on again, and then crossed out and then tattooed on again?
We fucking have it. Just
I've got that there in the background. Look,
crosses.
tattoos removed, and there's a lot of blood on the. My uncle did me that.
I think some people seriously need to think about what they put on the face at times. If that's your bag and you can get along in life looking like a fucking kid's Crayola drawing, and then that's on you.
It worries me because again, like I'm saying, we was always told if you avoid your hands in your neck because you never know. The face was out of the question. You go, no, I'm not putting you in your fucking face. You're mad, and now everyone's getting it.
Well, it started with Mike Tyson's tribal cock, and like I just wouldn't have anything to do with it. I wouldn't say anything to him. He'd punch me fucking head off.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't. He go, what do you think of Mike Tattoo? And I'll be like, it looks awesome, Mike. It looks fucking awesome. Yeah, that's. I completely take back everything I just said. But when you're fucking Mike Tyson, you're a fucking millionaire. You don't have to worry about a job interview. That's what I'm getting at. If I ran my own business or I was in a position where I didn't have to give a shit, then yeah, get me hands and neck tattooed. I'm talking.
No, but you go in the boxes now, and there's a guy with a fucking death before dishonor thing on his neck, and everything else. So it's one of them. You can't get away from it. You just can't get away from it. It's not so much prevalent here. It's definitely more prevalent down south. The fucking face drawings, but you see the occasional one. It's like here. I saw girls with face tattoos the other week in Liverpool. They were washing they were washing the feet next to the Hilton Hotel in the waterfall thing. There's your answer.
There we go. Washing your feet in a fountain outside the Hilton Hotel. That's symbolic. To say the least.
It's where it's heading, people. I'm fucking there.
Well, Gully, it's been good talking to you, mate. I'm glad to have you back. And we'll do something in the future soon.
Fuck yeah. Thanks for having me. Always a pleasure, never a chore.
Thanks for watching, guys. And I'll see you in a couple of videos' time.